Hitting buttons.
All the buttons.
All the buttons. Hey everyone, Slamfire Radio, episode 538 for January 3rd, 2024. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another host, Kyle.
And I'm another host, Mo.
Got to update your checkbooks this year. You got to stop putting 2023 when you write your checks.
Yeah.
Got to write
I've
2024.
already typed it a couple times.
2024.
Got to remember. Yep. Kelly is still recovering from her string of hangovers from the holidays, so she won't be joining us today. Yep.
Was it a string or just one constant? Is this just now catching up to her?
Just one 1 week long wine drunk the whole time.
She was
wine and bourbon.
Visited by the ghosts of Jameson's past, something like that.
And present.
Yeah.
And present, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, it's good to be back. Welcome everyone back to the show. Yeah, happy New Year, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to say. Mo, why don't you start off the new year with the new you?
Sure, with the new me, the same old me. New year, same Mo. I signed up. Didn't have any matches the last weekend, but I have one. I registered for one at the RA Center in Ottawa, an IPSC match. So that'll be this weekend coming up. It'll be the second one there this year, or not this year, the second one for the season. And it's always a great time. I'm going to be in a good squad with some of my friends. And then also Remy, who was our national champion, who was on our episode a couple of months ago, was on our podcast. And he's going to be in that squad. So it's going to be nice to see him and shoot with him. There's some other really good shooters on that squad too. So I did my ATT for that match because it is across the border for me. So I have to get an ATT for it, which I always do online, and it's pretty quick. I like that process actually. During the holidays, I visited a couple of gun stores. I went to, because I had gone back home, and I went to Tenda because it's not too far from where my family lives. I bought a very priced item. I bought a new Maglula Uplula. So a new mag loader. And the reason I had to buy one is because at a previous match, a couple matches ago, mine seems to have disappeared. And it's because it's the black one that most people have. And I guess someone must have there's a bunch of stuff. It's a pretty it was at a crowded range or whatever. And there was a bunch of stuff around and somebody must have put it with their stuff by accident. I don't think anybody would intentionally take it. And I have a feeling at some match down the road, somebody's going to say, "Hey, you're Mo," and hand it back to me because my name's on it. But anyways, so instead of buying a black one, I bought the lovely orange brown one. So
I was going to say the hot pink one, right?
No, but there's some women that have pink ones, so they're gonna be like, "You're stealing my Maglula." So I got
fair enough, yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen anybody with a brown orange one, so I'm very proud to have that one now. So, So then
Very unique.
I just browsed. I didn't end up buying anything else, but the store was pretty busy, so it was nice to see lots of people buying guns and ammo. And then I went by FOC Firearms Outlet, Canada, and picked up a shotgun for a friend. I'm not sure if he wants me mentioning his name, so I won't say who it is, but I picked it up from the one he had ordered online. So I had offered to grab it when I went by. So there was another one that was kind of en route heading back. So I picked that up. And then what else did I do? Oh, I had, when I started IPSC shooting, was it 2020? So 3-ish years ago. I had started in production and then I had switched to production optic, and I had bought a Holosun 507C red dot, which is pretty common. I think it's because it's on the lower end price compared to the Trijicon SROs and all those ones, right? It's more like $500 versus, I guess, what, 8 or 9 for the other ones. And so I was using it, and then I kind of stopped using it, and then it kind of stopped working, and like it wouldn't hold power, like the dot wouldn't stay on and stuff. And it wasn't the battery. Like I made sure that the obvious, switching up the battery and doing a reset and whatever. So I finally, after a while, I just actually Louis gave me the advice. He says, "Why don't you just email and ask about the warranty?" And so I did, and they responded really quick, which was great. And they gave me the information. And it was like a simple form I had to fill out, and then they right away sent me the return Canada Post slip. And so I already dropped it off, and it's on its way. So I'm hoping to have a working red dot in another week or two, and then I might end up using it again. I was looking at because I was thinking about the gun situation, right? Because my Tanfoglio Stock 2 is not optic ready. It's just the regular, not
Iron sight. Yep.
yeah. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Have it customized or whatever. And then I was looking, and they do sell a optic ready slide conversion kit for that gun. It's not cheap. It's like 7 something, but it is an option down the road that if I want to, I guess, turn it into an optic gun, I can. So for now, I'm just going to get the dot fixed, and then we'll go from there after that. That's pretty much it for me. It's going to be there's another range that's about an hour and a half from my where I live in near Gatineau, and it looked like they weren't going to do matches, but they did end up putting a couple on the schedule. We'll think one for February, one for April. So there's even more indoor matches this winter to do, IPSC matches to do. So I guess that's it for me. How about you, Kyle?
Well, for not really doing a whole lot, I seem to have a bit put on the show notes here. First off, we did a little multi-gun match on the 30th, and it was a good match. I know I enjoyed the stages. People who showed up seemed to enjoy them, but it was a rather small turnout. But Christmas, New Year's in there. But yeah, so that was a good match. Yeah, we had like 4 people. Few things to work on. I put some targets ranging from 75 out to 200 yards as like 18 by 24 inch steel for rifle, and decided, well, I was going to practice my offhand rifle, and I need more practice on my offhand rifle. I wasn't really happy with how I got onto those targets. But yeah, so just showed a few things that I need to work on, which I think we'll be getting more into the main topic.
Mm-hmm.
But also I started organizing my match videos, all of my match videos, and I still got some hard drives to search through because I'm missing all of 2017. Haven't found a single video from 2017. And yeah, I'm gonna end up taking Adriel's advice from a couple shows ago and actually start putting them on YouTube with a little commentary over top or
nice
whatever. So just trying to get them organized by match. And I did notice that one thing though. I am really good at, like, as soon as the video starts, being able to tell you which range that was from. Because
it looks like a beach. It's Grand Prairie.
Yeah. So yeah, I just can't tell by the thumbnail. Just hit play and okay, that's Fort St. John or Peace River, Edmonton, or wherever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. I didn't take the time to actually watch all of them, but I did watch a few, especially old ones, and it's always cringe when you watch those ones. But some good moments. I know there's a ton of good moments throughout that, but I'm starting to get ready for SHOT Show. So yeah, just kind of trying to get a plan together, both accommodation and it's my first time going. So I know I've been told before, you got to plan it out because there's no way you can see everything. So trying to see what stuff to look out for, especially because, well, you'll be doing it for the show. So I gotta find some Canadian content, not just what I'm interested in, since I'm down in the States.
Have you announced this yet on the show?
Yeah.
Kyle's going to SHOT Show.
Yeah, I announced that back beginning of December once I got my approval.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just haven't really talked about it since.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, it's only a few weeks away. So
Very cool.
yeah, definitely excited for that. Excited, and is it fair to say apprehensive? Because like I said, it's built up in your mind, and now it's actually going after years of talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also registered for Rocky Mountain 3 gun. I registered as staff again this year, so I'll go work that. And actually, I think that Crystal might come as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I might talk her in. Well, she's gonna come, but I think I might actually have her talked into shooting it. And well, since I'm going up to staff it, get her to staff it. as well.
Nice.
And then we can take in, because especially that big a match, be really good for her to shoot the staff match because it's a lot lower pace. You know, you don't have to worry about other squads coming up against you. It's more easy going. So, Norse saying room for one more. No, unfortunately, as Queen of the Lunatics saying, that's my wife on Twitch. If she can't go to SHOT, he can't. So, yeah, I think Tony was saying I need a NAS. Yeah, I got 2 external hard drives that's about 5 terabytes each, but yeah, I would like to have just a network NAS. That would be cool. What else do I got? I've been dealing. I recently changed the recoil, or not the recoil spring, the mag tube spring on my shotgun, but it's been hanging up on the second to last round, and with the auto lifter, it needs extra spring pressure. So I took it apart, and I was sure it was a brand new Briley, but I'm really hoping that this isn't indicative of the Briley, because if I hold them even at this end, there is a fair bit of difference. So, and I was sure I changed that spring like this fall, late fall, and I haven't been shooting my shotgun a whole ton. So
That's a lot of compression.
that is, I'm really hoping that was a different spring, but looking at the end, that's not a Nordic spring, because the Nordic springs didn't actually make a nice close end. They did it on one end of the spring because they anticipate you trimming it. But so yeah, that's changed out. Get some practice in, and I'll keep that old one, and I have that other brand new one sitting there. And before I go to Superstition, I will compare and see how it's doing. Because as we get later on, I have some lofty goals ahead of me this year. So it didn't do a whole lot of shooting in that, but there was a bit there. Adriel, how about you? What do you get up to during our break?
I ordered some stuff from Cabela's. So they had some 6.5 bullets, Burger. Oh, what were they? Match bullets or something like that. They had them for like $37 per 100. For like 6.5 bullets. They're FMJs, but it seemed like a pretty good price. So picked up a couple hundred of those. I tried buying another GSG from them. I still have not received. It still hasn't shipped. I bought some other stuff since, but that GSG hasn't shipped. And I also ordered some rifle cases, like some double rifle cases from them, the tactical one, because it's a really compact way of hauling like maple seed rifles. And I don't really have a lot of space back here, so I kind of want to get the maple seed stuff packed up and just kind of like ready to rock and roll. Maybe like mark it out as like these are maple seed loader rifles, so that it's just easy to pick them up and go, kind of a thing. I got a new Gerber knife because it was cheap. It's like just an aluminum frame thing. I think I talked about that before, though, right?
Yeah, you had shown off a few Gerbers there.
The
Yeah.
$15 one.
$15 one. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't even sharpen it, just throw it in the trash.
Cut once, toss.
Exactly. Let's see. Hit the range with my neighbor there. Shot the muzzle loader, which he hadn't shot before, so that was cool to do. Muzzle loaders are fun. It's just I just really don't like the cleaning part. That's the really part that's a pain in the ass. And I had oiled the barrel really well so that it didn't rust, and the oil kept it from lighting off. So I had to disassemble it, clean it a little bit. The powder's there, it's oily, and I ended up sprinkling a couple of little grains in the touch hole there so that it would give it a little something to light, and that eventually got working. My kid was shooting the 1911 22, the pistol, deadly with it. Oh man, he's so good. We were shooting at 25 meters on just a little steel plate, and he was just boom, 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 just hitting it over and over and over again. It was
Nice.
really, really impressive accuracy. I couldn't do it with that pistol. I don't know where it hits though, because I was putting it on. I was trying, and I'm not doing as well as he was. It's hitting somewhere that I don't think this is, but yeah. I put out a video on the Sporterized Mausers, so that video is up. Did an article on muck boots, and my editor's got a couple of other videos he's got to work on right now. And then I had a really weird thing happen on Friday. I was just driving down the road. I was actually dropping off my kid and my nephew to the park, and a lady fell out of the bus in front of me. The bus took a left-hand turn, and she come crashing out the side door, broke the glass out. So I stopped, got to pull up my first aid. I got a first aid kit in each vehicle, so I was on the scene pretty quick and checked her out. Just did the basic stuff, and she was hurt pretty bad. She hurt her head really bad. Hit it against the concrete, and while she was starting to respond to me, it took a really long time, and yeah, she passed away. So she didn't make it, but did my thing. It's a good reminder to have your first aid kits on you and take those courses. I wasn't able to help in this instance, but no one would have been able to. But having the kit there was good. One thing I learned is I need 2 pairs of gloves with my kit. I just had the 1 pair, used them, and if they had ripped or something like that, then I'd be using my bare hands, and that's not always the greatest idea in some situations. So I went and bought a whole box of gloves and made sure I stocked up all my to-go first aid kits with more gloves. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, a little bit of a downer for Christmas, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's get on to.
Well, before we forget, there was a
yeah.
comment I had starred here from Hawks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It says, Kyle, what is your top beard tip? I would say don't do what I do. Do what I know I should do. Biggest thing is keeping it moisturized, keep those split ends back, which it gets away on me, and so that's why it hasn't actually grown in length over the last bit. But good wood comb and beard oil, beard butter, moisturize it every day. Don't use your hair shampoo. Get actual beard shampoo. Don't shampoo it all the time, 3 times a week, because your beard does need oils in there for it to grow and be proper. So there, quick rundown on beards.
I don't put any oil in my beard. Not on purpose. There's probably all sorts of gun oil and motor oil and stuff in there.
Long, you need to.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the wizard thing again.
And say, okay, I'm gonna do that every morning, and I end up don't doing it because you end up getting split ends, and so it doesn't actually grow because it just keeps splitting.
All right. Any other comments to go through? Norse Warrior. Do you know who that is? Yeah, it looks like you do. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to upcoming events. Shit's cold. It's cold outside, so there's no upcoming events.
Is it really that cold though for January?
Not really. It's -8 right now in Edmonton, and that's the coldest it's been for, I don't know, since October, I think. We had the warmest
Yep.
December ever. We have no moisture. Everything's going to
Yeah.
light on fire. But we talked about this last show or the show before that.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. It's still going to be on fire next year.
Nothing's
What's that?
said nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. It's still going to be inferno next year.
But if you want to try ORPS shooting and you're anywhere near the Ottawa area, there are matches at the Stittsville range that
Really?
will happen through the winter. Yes.
Wow.
I think the only thing they say is if the weather shows that it's going to be lower than -15, then they'll likely cancel.
That's pretty reasonable. -15 is hard to manipulate guns and whatnot with. Onto the news. C21 went through. Ian's got some videos on it if you care to get the long and detailed answer on what's going on with that. A couple of things. There's like using your PAL for gun parts and all sorts of other weird stuff in there. Who knows how this is actually going to be applied, though. So
Yeah.
we will see. Let's get into new gun stuff. New gun stuff is brought to you by Bullseye North, new boomstick. Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstore and is a proud supporter of the CCFR with a wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter. Free shipping over $250. Some exclusions apply, and they now have $17 flat rate shipping for anything under $250. So check that out. And what they have right now, did this stop? And no, it says ends January 3rd. You know, some of these sales, they're like,
Tonight.
we're going to end it. Yeah, we're going to end it
Yeah.
here. Maybe a little bit later. And so this is one of those.
Yeah.
Couple more days. Let's share that one. And this deal is they've got 15% off Canuck, Duria, Brugera, 15% off, up to 25 when you see buy in bulk options for box ammo. And they have some in-store deals as well. Leah Precision 9mm. Hunting blinds. Yep. Got some hats. Got some vests. Got some blades.
Nice.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice. I should probably pull this up. Okay, this the Keltec's Sub 2000. Their Gen 3 came out. Sub 2000 Gen 3.
The one with a twist.
The one with a twist.
Yeah.
Come on, go. Yes, I am over 18. Show me your
Tony should be
space
all
gun.
over this. Upgrade his Sub 2000.
Okay, so like Mo mentioned, it's got a twist, so it turns as you fold it, and therefore you can run a regular optic on it. I think that's it, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Rotating forend, PCC, simple. There was something else that was ambi. Oh, the hold open is ambi now for the charging handle. They put a lock on this side and on that side. I mean, it was ambi before, but you had to like push it to the one way, and now you can push it to the other way. So there's the Gen 3. That is actually an upgrade though, because getting a sight on these things before you had to get that one that rotated. Who's spamming on here? How do I?
Yeah, I'm working on
You got
it
it?
now. That's on Twitch.
Okay. Yeah, anyways, that's a thing. Oh, and the other one was the TM22 lever. I'm doing terrible with
I saw that.
Getting the videos or the images and the actual things that for sale. I think the MSRP is like $5.99. I've seen, oh look, this one was $5.69. They sold out of them.
Oh.
They have a mag that comes out here though. They're not showing it on this one here, but they have a mag that kind of pops out. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's closer to what it looks like. Which means that tube on the bottom is just for looks. It's doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's not a magazine. It's just a tube. The magazine's right there.
Now, what if they put a cleaning rod in there? That would be cool.
Well, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Jeez. Kind of interesting. And they got a little section of pick rail there, so you could put a red dot on there. Huh. Neat. Anyways, there's those things. Here's a great deal Frontier Firearms is getting some Riton X1 Tactics. These look like the Bushnell and the Crossfire and the, I believe this one factory probably makes all those red dots. Anyways, they have a really cheap one, $99.
$100. Wow.
$100 for the Riton ARD. Yeah. Anyways, that's very inexpensive. I don't think I'll be buying one. I'd rather have like a more bulletproof red dot. But they
Have
got
you
that.
ever actually looked? I haven't, so I'm wondering, have you held any of the Riton stuff, like the scopes or anything like that?
I did, but it was like their early stuff, and their early stuff was garbage.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's
so I know they started carrying some better stuff fairly recently here, but the early stuff was just your rack grade.
I think the last time
stuff.
I touched one was like 2018, 2019, something like that.
Yeah, I understand they're selling some or repping some better stuff now. This is some cool news here. You know that I Run Guns Nodak Spud lower that they're trying to do? They're now trying to do, here it's on this thread here, they're trying to do a version that takes the Jackal upper, the PSA Jackal upper, which should still be non-restricted and 180 based, and I would want one. I'd want one of these. Yes, please give me a better upper. So that's something that they're working on. But who knows? Like projects like this, low likelihood of succeeding, and even if it does succeed, it might take years. So who knows when that'll happen, if it happens. And then I've been seeing this more and more often. Some people have been reporting like bad service with Kodiak Defense. Just like trying to get in touch with them. I've seen this more than a couple times on Reddit and on Discord as well. And I pulled this one up as an example of someone had their piston rod snap and they're not able to get warranty on it. So just not able to contact them.
Yeah. We've been hearing that pretty much every time we mention Kodiak, that's what we hear.
Well, I understand the parts breakage, but like 2 years ago and earlier, if you broke one, you'd email them, you'd send them a picture, and you'd have one in the mail like that day. That was the difference. Whereas now, I don't see that happening. I see more people saying like they're having trouble getting a hold of them. Comments on my videos, comments on Discord, comments on Reddit, that kind of thing. Just thought I'd mention it. Do you guys see any new gun stuff that I missed?
I have not.
No.
There's a bunch of like sales and that kind of thing. Some of them good. So, I forgot. Cabela's has Remington small pistol primers for $99 per 1,000. That's you can't get cheaper than that right now. Like they had the what were the other ones? Those Bosnian ones, the Gynex ones. Those have been around for cheaper, but not in the last year or so. Like 2 years ago, some of those came in at right around like 85, 89 per 1,000. But this is quite a bit cheaper. But at the same time, there's also some 9mm. Like if you're reloading for 9mm, there is some cheap 9mm that you can buy right now, just factory stuff. So you may not need to go to reloading to get it cheap. I'm just looking it up to see if it was $9.99 or they're all $9.98. Yeah, for small pistol primers. Normal price $15 to $22 depending on what you want.
And those are the Remington ones.
Yeah, I like the Remington's case, the box it comes with, because it's kind of compact.
Right. It's a lot. It's probably about half the size, if not a third the size of like a CCI.
And the Federal ones, don't even talk about those. They're freaking massive. But these are pretty much as small as they get. Anyways, the small pistol primers are on sale right now. Yeah, Tony had issues with getting a hold of Kodiak, not responding to their emails. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is a pretty good price, $9.99. So if you make 1,000 rounds of 9mm, you'll be spending $100 on this, $100-ish on projectiles, maybe 110. 210 powder is going to be practically free, but let's say it's like $30. $230. I think you can buy factory for $330. So you're only really saving $100 by making that reloaded ammo rather than just buying it. Here, let's see. Gotinda, what's our rack grade pricing for 9mm right now? Do they have some premium brand ammunition? What's our price on 9mm right now? I believe I saw
cellular below.
There's $359 for the Scorpio. $359. Oh, that's something else entirely. $339 Champion Brass. $115. That's the winner right there. $339. So it's hard to justify reloading for 200, let's say 230, 240, something like that, when you can get for $100 more, just 1,000 that you didn't have to sweat and pick off the range floor and clean off and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we get into the main topic? And for our main topic today, we're going to talk about kind of like a retro of our 2023 and our plans and goals for 2024. Kyle, did you want to start us off?
Sure. What part?
Did you accomplish everything you wanted for 2023?
So we were talking before the show. I probably should have gone back and listened to our first episode of 2023 because I can't remember what I said during that. But coming down to the US, I wanted to shoot some matches. I know one I didn't get done was the IPSC Nationals, Multi-Gun Nationals. Didn't make it there. I guess what I accomplished in 2023 was I was, in my opinion, brought myself back up to like 2019 level for competition, like at Superstition. I was pretty much on par. I think it was a higher placing, but same percentage at Superstition this year. So brought myself back up to that level. So then was progressing forward. Shot more U.S. majors because I shot Rocky Mountain 3 gun and got my taste into that match. And yeah, got involved in a club down here, shot a lot more. I'm guilty of not training as much in 2023 as I thought I would. But, we're into a new year now. So I'd say overall, 2023 was a successful year with some good strides. I know I definitely made strides in my pistol work because shooting pistol a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And
like that's one of your goals. That was one of your goals from the start of the year. I remember.
Yeah.
Better a pistol.
Yeah. So I definitely accomplished that. I feel like I have definitely gotten better, significantly better with my pistol. So yeah. Want to do a recap? Mo, you want to recap your 2023?
I tried a new sport, I guess, a new shooting sport, the PRS or PSCRPS NRS stuff. I enjoyed it. I have a lot to work on. It's clearly not something that came natural to me, but I'm definitely going to keep doing it more this coming year. Maybe not so much in the winter because I do have a lot of IPSC matches, as I mentioned earlier. But then come the spring and summer, I'm going to definitely get out and do more. And I do talk about practice, and I have to put more time in and getting comfortable in the positions and things like that. And reading wind and all that, the nuances of the sport. And so that's going to be definitely a goal for me to get better at it. I'm never going to be great at it, but at least to go out there and make progress, I guess, every match. So that's something I look forward to in 2024 from the rifle side. And then from IPSC, I'm just going to, it's just about, guess, being more consistent, not letting my frustration on how I'm doing get me down. And that's something everybody has to work on, right? We all deal with it in various ways, but I do tend to get down on myself too easily. So that's something I need to shake off a little bit better. And that's something I want to practice more. I was doing more dry fire with IPSC, but I kind of stopped, and I'm going to get back into that. And then I might try I had mentioned the red dot. I might try the optic division. We'll see. But for now, I'm gonna do production, and I guess I just want to make a little bit more progress. Like I joke around that I finish in the middle of the pack. I want to do a little bit better than finishing in the middle of the pack, but we'll see how it goes. In terms of
Hey, Mo, maybe on that, do you have a GoPro? You
no,
ever thought about running one?
but the thing is that we're not allowed to film ourselves at the Quebec matches.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, but like you're going across border to Ontario.
Yeah, so but I'm not gonna invest in a GoPro just for like half the matches. And in the winter, it's really 3/4 of the matches that are.
And you just give your
Give
camera
your phone to
to the next
somebody
guy?
in the squad, and
Yeah, and I had at the last RA match before the holidays, my friend Martig actually, I recorded him on a couple of stages, and he recorded me, and it was nice to see it. And
Awesome.
actually, I did enjoy, and I guess it gets me down because I feel like it looks like I'm moving slow when I'm not necessarily moving slow, but I guess that's how it looks, right? But it was great to see it. I actually got to show people, and it was like, oh, this is what I do, kind of a thing. But for the Quebec matches, we're not allowed to record ourselves, so. But
just in terms of like improving, right? Because if you could get that, and then you can find the best shooters, like find some of their stages, and if you can overlay your the portions of your stage and theirs, you'll find which areas you're slow, whether it's like foot movement or transitions or shooting, or what area of your game you have the most time to make up.
Yeah, I mean, without even seeing the video, I know that like if anything doesn't go perfect for me, it rattles me and then it slows me down. So it's like trying not to let those moments, whether it's a misfeed or just various things, and those they get under my skin, and then instead of continuing on, it's in my head that and then it throws me off. So that's something I gotta get over.
Yeah. Richard's commenting, saying use the Practice Score Competitor app.
I have it. Yeah, I have it.
Some of the timers send the times between shots to the logs, which you can then use to see where you are compared to others.
Well, I've never done that, but I do use the competitor app. So
yeah, if they got the Bluetooth shot timers, and they actually use the Bluetooth to enter the time into the tablet, you should be able to. I think I saw it in Alberta, IPSC Alberta, where they realized, hey, you can go and do that, and you can see shot for shot.
Are they using the AMG ones, or are they? Because I don't think the yellow.
I think it's just
the yellow bricks are dumb. They can't do that.
Yeah, and I think most of the matches I go to, that I'm seeing those timers more than anything.
I know our club just bought a few of the Pocket Pros, like the big blue brick, and the Bluetooth version. So hopefully when they come in, hopefully they'll be in. Well, there should be in now. So maybe in a couple weeks when we have our club match, I will be able to report back to see how those work.
Okay, cool. Tyler, I met at the RA match. I think I mentioned it a couple weekends ago, and thank you, Tyler.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So if you shoot in a match where they do the Bluetooth timer thing, then you get that makes it easier than video editing. But even if you if all you use is yellow bricks at most of your matches, then you won't get that. That's where video is going to be handy. To get your video and other people's video, just to see where you've got the time to make up. With me, with 3-gun shotgun, oh my god, you can make up so much time on the shotgun as a new shooter. It's like a cheat. Just like teach yourself how to quad load, and all of a sudden you cut off like a ton of time, right?
Oh, absolutely. You get yourself a way to carry those shells and learn how to load them as a beginner. You'll cut a lot of time off.
Yeah. But it would be nice to see those videos, and then we could, see you can see where the time can be made up and what you can work on.
And like I've never done a shotgun, an active shotgun match. Is a lot of time wasted with a new person making sure that their long gun is pointed safely, like they're more focused on?
The time's lost on the loading.
It's
Yeah.
always a loss
Yeah.
on the loading.
It's always loading. Yeah.
I mean, you'll make up a bit on the shooting and just the stage plan, but if a new shooter compared to a year or two in and put some effort into loading, your loading's all your time right there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm. Cool. Other goals for 2024?
We're
No.
doing the goals already.
I don't know.
Oh.
He was getting into 2024.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Your retrospective's done?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. There we go. Well, I did an article for my website, so I've got kind of like a running tally of some interesting numbers. Last year, I brewed 600 bottles of homemade wine.
Wow.
Nice. How many do you have left? Is this why you're doing the dry January? Because
15.
there's
I
no
gotta-
more left.
He's dried out.
Yeah, no, like many people, like over the holidays, you drink too much, and you get to the end of it, and you're like, nah, I got to detox for a bit, so I'm just gonna not.
Surprisingly,
gonna
this
not.
holidays I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good for you.
no, I did. Yeah, finally, well, because like COVID ruined so many Christmases where someone would get COVID, and then so we can't have a full family Christmas, and we finally had one this year, and had a couple of wines and wobbly pops and that kind of thing. So
Nice.
yeah. I'll just go with it for January. Slamfire Radio, we did like 50 episodes, 50-ish. I think we skipped 1 week, and then we had 1 week for Christmas that we took off. So 50.
Yeah, sounds
Somewhere
right.
around 50. I think we actually took a couple weeks off. Maybe only one.
I think
It's
one
around
in
there.
somewhere in the middle there. We're just like, let's not do one.
Yeah.
And then this last week we did one as well.
I think for the podcast world, we're up there because most shows are every 2 weeks, once a month. Some other shows they show up every few months. Like I listened to a knife podcast where I think every 3-4 months they do one. It's almost like you forget that they even have a podcast because they wait so long. So
yeah, I think at most we missed 3 episodes last year.
Sounds about right. Yeah, we reached 31,000 people on Facebook. We had 24,000 views on YouTube, but most people listen to the podcast via podcasting things. Just on iTunes, we get about 4,000 or 5,000 plays per month. And we've had 413,000 plays total with the podcast, which is pretty big. I think it's pretty big.
Yeah.
For just like my hunting gear guys stuff, I published 35 videos. My videos got 1.5 million views in 2023.
nice.
I wrote 23 articles. Those were read by 770,000 people.
What was your most popular, most watched video?
Oh, now you're gonna make me look it up, hey?
Oh, I thought you would know off the top. I thought it was your baby, so you would know.
It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. I pay attention to it, but I don't. Oh, I know. A C21 G4 amendments. That's the one. When that amendment was withdrawn, a lot of people watched that video.
On I looked at the Spotify stats for Slamfire this morning. Our number one listened to episode on Spotify was when we had Runkle on to talk about C21.
C21,
Yeah.
By like 700%.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know, and there was a lot of like unsureness about what was going on, but yeah, that was those ones. Oh, and I had some shorts that I put out that got a pile of views as well. The fastest pistol mag loaders compared and that kind of thing, where I compared like the up Lula and that strip Lula and a bunch of other stuff.
All the Lulas.
All the Lulas.
Up Lula, down Lula, side Lula.
Front to back to front. Yeah.
Just buy different colors. Buy different colors so your black one doesn't go.
Yeah. Don't do back to front.
Don't do back to front. Yeah. I have to put on 15 maple seeds across Alberta, so that was pretty good.
Nice.
Attended 13 shooting matches, including 2 major 3-gun matches, which were the Chaz Battle of Alberta and the Mighty Peace 3-gun, and got first at both, which I'm pretty happy about.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Camped or stayed over at a range for 9 weekends.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure my wife's not listening. I don't want her adding up all this time.
Yeah.
How many hours have you wasted? What?
How many
It's
days?
not
How many
wasted time.
weekends?
It's not wasted time.
No, I'm not saying it from our perspective.
yeah, from
The
hers.
outside.
Yeah. I got certified as a firearms license instructor, so that was pretty cool. Got a deer, got a ton of grouse, rabbits, hunted with my youngest son. He got a big buck. That was cool. That was his first.
Nice.
Volunteered at various ladies' days, family days, national range events, that kind of thing. Richard's asking, was the most commented on video the Gersan testing and review? I
Actually,
guarantee
I
it's not
believe
even
it
close.
was. I
Don't
believe
even
it
look.
was.
Don't even look. That's
Okay.
like, yes, of course.
Well, I can tell you that's got the most views.
Legendary. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll have the most comments on it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So that was my 2023. One thing that I noticed with my stuff, like the hunting gear guy stuff, is like the YouTube competitors aren't getting any traction. No one's watching stuff on there, and I'm guilty of that too. If I'm at home and I'm on the TV and I'm just watching YouTube on the TV, I don't really watch Rumble or Odyssey or BitChute or anything like that.
That's tough, right?
I've been slacking on that too. I've been watching a bunch of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All my subscriptions, I got to do just binge watch for a couple of months just to get caught up on everything.
Yeah. So at least for hunting gear guy, I'm just gonna I'll auto populate whichever ones will do that, because some of them will syndicate from YouTube. You just have to upload there, and they'll pick it up and put it on their platforms as well, which is nice. But I won't be putting out any extra effort to put any other content on those, just because there's no one using it. Yeah. What's the plan for 2024? What are you guys thinking you're gonna do, Kyle?
Well, okay. Well, I don't have it on my list here, but SHOT Show. Go to SHOT Show, try and get some good content for the show and such there, and just experience it. After that is Superstition in March. So March 15th to 17th, I will be at Superstition. My goal for that match, I was thinking about today, and thinking back, it's rather lofty, but I think it's doable. I have to be squared away, but I think it's doable. And I'm thinking top 10 in my division. So last year I got 26th. I had spent way too much time on the long range hunting for targets and just firing shots. I also, because I believe my last stage going into it, I looked and I was sitting like 15th place. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, I lost my primary rifle mag on the run up to the rifle portion. Spent way too much time shooting at targets. Ran out of my not full backup mag. And that bumped me, down to 26th place. Everyone wasn't done the match, so would I have still ended up 15th? I don't know, but I had a really good position going into that stage. And so yeah, in order to do that, I need to work on my long range on my target acquisition. Remember 2019, it was fairly squared away. I still wasn't the fastest, but I was not spending near as many rounds. I was getting first round hits at 500. Still took me maybe a little bit longer than I wanted, but I was getting first round hits at 500, and I wasn't just sending mags of rounds downrange to hit the targets. Also, I need to have my stage plan ingrained in my head and stop trying to rush through things. It's like Joe Farewell was telling us a couple weeks back, there's moving fast and then there's rushing. I need to just execute and move fast. And just have it, because I will go back and watch videos and I'm stutter stepping, and I haven't stopped shooting. So going into this Superstition, I should be the most prepared that I've ever been. So it's a lofty goal, but I think a top 10 is absolutely doable.
Nice.
I just have to square my stuff away. After that, I would like to try, this isn't solidified, I'd like to try and make it to Texas 3-Gun Championship. It's only like 6-7 hours away from me. It's in April 19th to 21st. As far as goals, if I make it there, I just want a smooth match. It's like Rocky Mountain this past year. Never shot the match. I know it is definitely a different match, and so I don't know what to expect there. So just be able to shoot. No stupid screw ups. Just keep progressing forward on having a smooth match. Actually go to USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals this year, and because I didn't make it last year because of my truck, so hopefully I don't have to deal with the truck again when it comes time for USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals. And that's July 19th, 21st. And I going through comparing stats and everything. I should say, like, on time wise on Superstition, I was about 20 seconds out on my raw time. Now this is a what if scenario. On my raw to the final of the top 10, I was about 20 seconds out.
Okay, so it's in grasp.
It's in range. Like I even had some stages that, like, I had a third, a fourth, and a ninth place stage on that match.
You need the consistency and the reliability, and you'll get there. Yeah, nice.
So with that, I think USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals, I'm gonna set the same goal, and we'll see how Superstition and the rest of the year goes. But I have more time to prepare for nationals and get myself squared away. So I think saying a top 10 in the division at Multi-Gun Nationals, I think, is fair. Maybe still lofty, but fair. Rocky Mountain 3-gun, August 7th to 11th. The goal is just have a much smoother match. My rifle will be dialed in at that point, where I won't have the rifle issues of last match. I know what to expect. And the key for that match for me is my long range. It's a common story, but that will be the key for me for that match. I don't have a placing goal for that. I'm thinking 75%. If I can hit 75%, I'll be thrilled. I also want to hit up USPSA PCC Nationals. Those are in October, October 18th to 20th. Nice. I have the PCC now, so that's going same week, same in conjunction as Open Nationals. So I think that would be really cool is a USPSA Pistol Nationals right now. Because I want to do well, I have no business spending the money and the time to go to a PCC national, or not a PCC, Pistol Nationals, but a PCC that's basically shooting rifle. So I'd love to give that a go. And so I think I'm going to try and do that. And that's just, I'm going to be aggressive with it. I want to get I think the only thing else I really, really want to do, besides maybe a better optic, is a roller delayed buffer. Get that tamed, that recoil impulse tamed down a bit, but it's going to be aggressive, just like an open gun, and just no train wrecks, basically.
Nice.
So those are the major matches that I'm kind of on my radar at the moment. I'd love to hit them all, but there's work, and a lot of these I'm driving to, so it's extra time off work, and I am going to very rapidly run out of paid holidays. So it'll be unpaid time off. So overall goals, just on me as a shooter, especially with the goals I've set for matches, I got to get serious about my practice / training. So both dry and live fire. My key points I'm going to be working on is long range. My mental working through a stage plan smoothly, but quick and not rushing. And establishing that plan and just running it through like I would used to do that, and then I got comfortable, and now I don't do it every stage, and I need to do that every stage.
Yeah, you can't take any off, right?
And then it's just on autopilot at that point. And then I'm going to continue with the pistol work, maybe shoot a little less PCC at the start of the year and pick up the pistol again. You know, because I've been shooting the PCC a fair bit, just trying to practice my driving the rifle, which I'm not losing matches on driving a rifle. So yes, I would love to drive it faster, but I'm not losing matches on that. There's much bigger stuff for me to be working on than driving my rifle. As well, my fitness, strength, endurance, explosive movement. So if I was starting this in the fall, I'd be really trying to get some muscle mass, But so for my strength, a lot of it's going to be my core, trying to soak up recoil and be able to drive guns fast. Endurance, running through a stage, I don't have the endurance I used to, so that I'm not huffing and puffing, or I get to the end of the stage and I'm on the rifle and I still have some gas to be able to steady that rifle for that long range. And then the explosive movements for in and out of position, driving the firearm, that stuff. Match management, once again, the mental endurance and focus, and the focus in being able to turn it on, shut it off, but making an effort to actually turn it on. Because like I said, I've been getting complacent and just, it's not that big of a stage, I'll just shut it off or whatever, or get caught up talking, oh crap, I'm up. No, I need to be on deck, guns ready, like I used to do, eyes closed, running through that stage, and just autopilot, have it. So that's like the visualization. Also, the food and hydration. Anybody who's shot a match with me knows I am absolutely horrible at this. I am so horrible at staying hydrated and having munchies.
It works best if you drink a bunch of beers the night before. That way you're hydrated.
Yeah.
You've got all that hydration.
Well, that's what I always relied
prepped
on.
your
but
body.
It didn't work. I don't know. If you have a really long day, that mental fog is
Extra thick.
harsh. And then I guess really the final thing, and it's not shooting, but it's podcast, and then everything else is I got to get better with the content creation. And it's funny, Richard mentions the Gersan. There's one I want to do, but I got to find the right time. I want to pick up that Black Aces S2. And because it's, last I saw it, well, it was $380, and then I was showing somebody and they bumped it up over $400 or something. But I want, especially with Benelli screwing with the 2023 model of the M2, I want to pick that up and see just what I could do with it for budget. And then if I were to, I've already priced out if I was just to build the ultimate Benelli M2, and I don't think anyone would buy that from me because it would cost me about $4,000 to $5,000 US in parts. But
yeah, it looks like their S2 foundation is $425 right now.
Yeah, they raised it like $40. So I still want to get that, see how it is, like I did with the Gersan, but then just do a basic build. Like, okay, I'm gonna build this for basic. This will get you into 3-gun, and see what I could do with it for the cheapest to make it. Well, maybe it is already reliable, but see what needs to be done to it, and then the bare minimum, and see how it does. When that happens, I don't know, because SHOT Show coming up, and then and shooting season is upon us. So I will try and get that done at some point. But yeah, better with the content creation. But that is basically my goals for 2024. Which, thinking back, it seems like there's a lot of them. It's pretty big, but
they're doable. Like they're very discreet, right? At this match, I want to do this. At this match, I want to do that. They're very like at the end of it, you can say, did I do it or not? Did I perform smoothly here? Did I do better on the long range here? Did I get in the top 10 over here? Right?
Yeah.
Mo, do you want to do yours?
Well, I don't have in-depth goals like that. In terms of a match that I'd like to do that I have never done is the IPSC Handgun Nationals, and this upcoming one for 2024 will be in Peterborough, Ontario, so it's not even that far of a destination.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't think I would qualify on my rankings. I guess I would have to get a at random spot in a draw or something, so we'll see.
You can't just register. I thought you could register for nationals.
No,
you didn't have to rank for nationals.
I'm pretty sure you do, but I could be wrong. Well, if I just have to register, then that's going to be real easy. So, but that's something I want to attend. Like, I want to experience it. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Actually be there and see a lot of the guys. Well, from across Canada and stuff that to go to those matches and stuff. So that's a goal for 2024. In terms of finishes, like I can't put that on my like I'm never gonna say that I'm gonna finish top 10 or top 5, but just to make improvements every match. And as I mentioned before about like the mental side that Kyle mentioned as well about staying consistent and not getting frustrated. And I'm pretty good about even for the simpler stages, I do spend the time to visualize it and take my time. So that's something I did work on, that I don't just say, oh, this is an easy stage, I got it, no problem. Like I'm pretty good about that's one thing I actually do pretty well. Like I don't go into many stages not prepared. Well, what happens once the beep goes is another story, but I usually am pretty good. Like I don't fumble around. I know where I have a plan and I follow it through. What happens that I get derailed is if something
goes wrong, and
if it's an unloaded start, I end up with my safety on, which happened, and then I'm rattled because my safety was on, and then that throws me off. So I've got to just move on from it. Whatever, fix the issue and move on, and then have a good rest of the stage, and then the stages after that, right? So
so you mentioned doing better at the matches. Do you but you weren't going to put a placing, but do you have some kind of something in mind that you could actually put like a metric to, like, hey, I want like
but percentage.
I put 75% on one of the matches.
It's hard because like you know how it is, like it's not the same shooters at every match, and like there's certain people that I can say that I'm in the range of, and if I'm doing a little bit better than them or a lot better than them, then I feel like I've done well in that match. But then it all depends, because there's some matches we have some really great, like in our area we have not to brag, but we have some of the top shooters in the sport.
Oh yeah.
Right? Our national championship champion is at a lot of those matches, right? So, and he's shooting the same division. I'm never gonna,
Okay.
Maybe it's like
something that can be actually like a metric, not like I felt like I did this. So, what classification are you?
C.
Okay, so why don't we make it? You want to level up to a class B?
A B, yeah.
That's something you can assign a metric to, right?
Yeah, and then part of that is like when we do have the classifiers, I tend not to do well at the classifiers, which doesn't help your score. I mean, it's level 3s and classifiers, right? But so it's something.
Yeah. How many level 3s do you have? Because I know pretty much every sanctioned match in Alberta is a level 2 or 3, which I believe even level 2.
Well, between Ontario and Quebec, there's probably, like last summer in Ontario there was 5 and Quebec had 2. So there's
we do a lot in Alberta.
Well. Level 2 is a count for class as well, I believe.
Yeah,
because like pretty much every match in Alberta counts to classification.
Yeah, I think Ontario was more about the classifiers and level 3s, and Quebec, I think, does more a score of the level 2s because they have less level 3s. But yeah, that's a good. I'd say that if I could go from a C to a B, that would be a pretty big accomplishment for me. So let's make that my goal for 2024. And then we'll delete this episode if it doesn't happen.
Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm writing down the goals so that at the end of this year, we can come back and say, did we do it or not?
That's okay. Good idea.
I'm going to make another goal. Ready? Get your
shoot some bullets.
No, I got to try another maple seed.
Okay.
And I just have to make sure that it's going to be a perfect weather day, and then.
Okay, so you're a rifleman then.
Get your patch. Is that going on there?
Yeah, maybe I'll come to Alberta. What do you think?
Our weather's always perfect. And if you don't get the patch, we could at least go get some gophers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun. All right, sounds like okay. There's another goal for 2024.
Shoot gophers in the face.
Yeah. B class, rifleman patch, and gophers in the face.
There you go.
That's a big year.
Yeah.
Lofty goals. That's really it for me. And it's going to sound so stupid, but I have to try to have more fun. Everybody tells me it's like, just have fun, just have fun and enjoy it. And I've got to actually try to do, because I am doing that. This is my hobby and I'm doing it.
Mhm. Oh,
It's supposed to be my hobby away from family and work. And so it should be fun. So I got to remind myself to actually have fun.
absolutely. Crystal will do that because I'll get down on myself and she'll look at me. Did you have fun?
Did you have fun? Yeah.
Most times there have been a couple times where I've said, no, I did not. And then that was a good check. That was a good check for me. That is like, no, okay. I need to go back that, yes, I take things seriously. I'm competitive, but in the end, I still need to have fun because I'm not making anything at it. I'm putting a lot of money in to go do this. I should really enjoy it.
So that's it for me.
All right, I guess I'll go next. I got some numbers. I'm a numbers guy, and I have my numbers from last year, so I can just look at those and say, do I want to do more or less maple seeds? I want to do 10 of those. I'll do 10 maple seeds, not 15. 15 was too many.
Yeah.
It was busy. It was a very busy summer. I think. Well, I probably mentioned on the show there, but I went a couple of months without taking a break for any weekend, and it was too much. So fewer of those. Attend 2 major 3-gun matches, probably Mighty Peace and Chaz, probably those two. Goal for performance at those. If I'm not first, I'm last.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those ones you got to. Yeah.
Wow.
If I was going to those,
No,
ones, that's what the goal would be.
I guess.
Oh, there's some good shooters at both of them. If I'm with Colin, I'm pretty confident. Like the Peace River one's in the bag. For the Chaz one, yeah, there's some stiff competition. Colin's a good shooter.
That's all.
Craig's a good shooter. Jay's a good shooter. There's people there that will beat me if I don't bring my A game. So it's not a sure thing by far. It's tight. Go to a bunch of fun shoots. I want to do a bunch of the fun evening shoots at Sherwood Park. Maybe a Millsort match. Yeah, Millsort
There you
match
go.
would be good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, I've got all these Millsorps. What are they doing? Nothing. I want to shoot those things. So if I can do a Millsort match, that'd be great. Where am I? I want to do 15 PAL courses.
15.
I've done 0
15.
so far.
That's more than
15.
one a month. You're gonna.
No, that's more than one a month.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
You've got the population base around you that you should be able to do it.
Yeah. Been talking to some places where
And you
I
put
could
it out,
potentially do some of those, and I think we
you
can
put
get
it out
in
on
there.
your YouTube channel. You'll feel, of course, no problem.
I think so. I think we'll get some people in there.
Don't rest until every man, woman, and child in Alberta has their PAL license.
There you go.
It'll make it my mission. Everyone will have a gun here. Yeah. So there's some barriers to that. I need to get some locations locked down, which I'm working on right now. Got a couple of ideas and talk to a couple of different places, and then after that, I guess doing them. Having all I'm ready to rock and roll though, so I should get going on that. I'm probably gonna write less right now. One of the things I've noticed with articles on the internet is that there's a lot of AI spam, and there's a lot of Amazon affiliate spam where you'll see an article and it'll be like top 5 iPro or EarPro or something like that for 2023. The person has not owned any of them. All their stats and facts are from Amazon listings. The only products
really?
that will be in their breakdown will be Amazon products because, drum roll please, the links are all Amazon affiliate links. And that's the only reason why they're doing that breakdown, is to try to drive people to Amazon to get affiliate revenue out of it. And a lot of them, I just don't feel like competing with them. So I won't do a lot of that. I'll do fewer articles. I'm going to do fewer videos too, but on more unique content. So I'm going to try to, when I first started out, there wasn't good, honest reviews of some of the more popular firearms. Now there are some YouTubers that are doing a good job of that. So I'm going to take a step back from doing some of the more common stuff that already has good stuff out there for it. I'm going to take on the stuff that I think hasn't had a good crack at it. Like the High Point. I don't think that the reviewers out there have done a good job on the High Point. I'm still going to do that video. So the carbine specifically. So I'll do that and put that one out. But like the basic bitch bolt action hunting rifles, I think I'm just gonna not do those because they're mostly good. There's really very little to complain about them on, and there's not that much insight I can add to the community on those.
Yeah, maybe even like the odd, like, because the market's always changing. The odd, like, hey, these are budget rifles currently available, kind of thing,
Yeah.
or major
Yeah.
changes or something.
Yeah, price points and that kind of thing. But yeah, I was looking back at some of my old articles, and it's like, whoa, this information is now completely out of date, right? It's the prices have totally changed, or there's other stuff available
Yeah.
out there. So yeah, it's got a shelf life, and I just want to make sure I'm focusing on the stuff that matters. Yeah, improve my gun kata to where I can consistently do a wield and acquire 2 targets at once. I think that's
They're nice. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a bit of work. You gotta get both eyes trained, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, be able to do like that, like this, one of those, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like be able to jump at a door, kick it down, and like slide into the room on the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
badass.
that's big goal for me.
Hmm.
And then the last one is it's fairly simple, just to vote in a federal election. I'd like to do that in 2024.
That would be good.
Well, that's a good goal for 2024.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah. If I could vote in a federal election, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but got to set those. That's my stretch goal. The gun kata stuff, yeah, no problem. I got that. But voting in a federal election, I don't know if I'll be able to make it happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Richard has another goal for you here.
Oh, I clicked on it at the same time. I won't click on it. My hands are off.
Says, I think that Adriel should target sending out twice as many packages in 2024 to other current and ex-Slamfire hosts with special stickers on them.
Well, I'm actually waiting on Kelly to send me some slings for Maple Seed, so I can just send her like a big package with all the Maple Seed slings and other tchotchke kind of stuff. I don't think she'll listen to this episode. There's going to be some interesting stuff written on the outside of that package.
Nice.
Okay. I think we've handled our goals and all that kind of stuff. Review of 2023. Yeah, let's get into listener feedback. Like on Facebook and all the comments here, we've actually got quite a few people watching live right now.
Yeah,
that's
a
nice.
lot more than usual. Yeah.
Nice. Hopefully none of them will remember these goals that I said.
Not the hard ones, the easy ones, the sandbag ones.
Yeah.
Shoot lots of bullets. Oh, I did that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom's mentioning I second the federal vote goal. I'm with you on that. Tony's saying, does Kyle get a ballot?
I am a Canadian citizen, so I actually, once the election is called, I'm going to have to figure that out because it's interesting because I'm a citizen, so I should be allowed to vote. But what riding do I vote in?
Probably the one you were in before, and therefore your vote doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you vote in Toronto?
Can you choose? You identify as a Torontonian, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Absolutely not. But sure, if it means I get to vote there, sure.
Yeah.
But no, I should be able to vote because I am still a Canadian citizen. So
Good.
Yeah.
I'm not moving. I don't care if it's in quotations or not to Toronto.
Doesn't even want it. It's too proud. Yeah, so we've been handling the Facebook ones. We've been going along here. We got an email here. Mo, do you want to take this first one?
Email.
There's 3 of them there.
long-term
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. Could I have a couple of F. Trudeau stickers, please? I'll ensure they are displayed with pride. Thank you, Matthew. All right.
Yeah. He put
We don't
his,
have those.
Yeah.
Does Kelly have those? Did we offer those? Did we offer
yeah,
F.
Kelly-
Trudeau stickers?
Kelly did.
Yes,
yeah.
Kelly did. And
Okay, that's Kelly's problem.
and he sent that in immediately after last show.
Yeah.
And he had his address in the email and everything. So Kelly's got the stickers. Kelly will get them shipped out.
All right. Kyle, do you want to take the next one here from Tom?
Sure. Just wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas and keep up the good work. I love your podcasts. Keep up the great work from Tom. And Tom is listening tonight as well.
Thank you,
Oh,
Tom.
cool. I'll take the next one from Steven. Hi, guys. Just wanted to suggest a potential show topic, intro to archery, more specifically bow hunting. I don't think that's a topic that's been covered already. Well, not recently. Could potentially go over what equipment you need, how to get started, drills and exercises to help prepare, and are there suggested events and courses, etc. Thanks, Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to find a good
Cool.
guest for that.
I know of a couple people who might be able to do that. Mhm.
Okay.
Kai, you want to do some YouTube comments?
Sure.
Gersan.
Gersan.
I
You
am
didn't
sorry, there
follow
is
the
not a
manual.
single Gersan break-in comment or anything like that.
Disappointing.
So our first comment is on episode 537. It was from Brett saying, I am in Fort McMurray. This winter has been insane. I've never seen anything like it before. We are in serious trouble. We are going to burn hard next year. And I'm thinking this was Adriel, but we replied saying, yeah. And that's saying something after the season we just had. Time to stock up on air purifiers to deal with the smoke. And
that was
Eddie
me.
replied to that saying, winter isn't over yet. Hopefully the prairies will get some good precipitation in the next few months. Fingers crossed. It's going to take a lot to overcome.
Well, the ground's frozen by now, right? So the ground's
Yeah.
dry and frozen. So if we get a like a dump of rain right now or snow, it would need time to soak in.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm Tia's boss. Commented on Adriel's first look at the Bren 2, saying, I want to buy one, but I'm worried that could be on the list. Oh, and I stand corrected. It is not the Gersan video, but there is a comment on the Gersan MC312 review and deep dive where I was just sitting in the house going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I remember reading this one, and it's a good one. I would like to try and use the Benelli ComfortTech stock. Can you tell me what kind of work would have to be done to get it to fit? It looks from the video like the stock is smaller than the Gersan stock. Any help would be appreciated. And I thought I'd mentioned that in that video, but I think you could do it, but you had to grind the way the stock, I believe. It's been a while since I've held a Gersan and put a ComfortTech stock to it, but I believe the stock was actually bigger than the end of the receiver, so it would take some grinding just to make the lines match. But offhand, I don't remember exactly what would have to be done. I thought I had mentioned it in that video, but maybe I didn't. Next comment is from Andrew on episode 537. Any suggestions on turning a room in a person's house into a legal gun safe / gun room? And Eddie replied, I believe Adriel already went through this in an older episode when he moved houses. His current broadcast room is also his gun room that he talked about. So we will let Adriel answer this right now.
No windows, steel door, reinforced walls. That's what I.
Basic.
That's the way I chose to do it. Yeah. If you're gonna store a lot of guns, storing them vertically will store a lot more than horizontally, like the John Wick thing. The John Wick thing, you can only really do that with a handful of guns. Handguns, you can do it. Rifles, you lose space so quickly. The vertical storage is just you'll store a lot more. Some racking for ammo and that kind of thing. So it's going to be a vault. You can store your ammo in there with your guns. And if you're looking through the regs, these aren't on display because this isn't a publicly accessible area of the house. There's a vault, right? So you don't look at the display regulations. You look at the regulations for the gun as if it's in a vault, which these are.
Yeah, and I think that's what
the display ones
are.
Mm-hmm. Richard's adding hinges on the inside or hinge pins to stop the door from being lifted off. I think mine are on the inside. Yeah, mine are on the inside. Yeah, you want to do that.
Good point.
Mm-hmm. Lots of little bins. I got a whole bunch of these bins over here, which are great for holding miscellaneous parts and that kind of thing. Room to hang your belts. Lots of shelving for ammo, like at the back there. Shelving for wine too. That's important. Yeah. And don't put any stickers or anything like that on the outside, because the whole point of it is that it should just be a locked room that people should be able to guess what's inside.
Discretion.
Until you go for the safe door, and then it's kind of pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I want to do. I want to do the safe door.
they're pretty heavy and expensive.
Yeah,
Like a safe door by itself. Yeah,
I'm like, you're in your basement. I'm more thinking because around here there are no basements, so it's if people are in the house, it's a publicly accessible place in the house, and
it's not out of the way. Yeah. So you definitely want to reinforce your walls too, because a lot of walls are just like drywall and studs. So you
put
just
some
punch your way through
rebar
it.
in there a bit, or some concrete board or something like that.
Yeah, something that'll resist. But yeah, I think that's your basics. And then for size, this is 10 by 10 feet by 10 feet. I like this size. Could it be bigger? Of course. But I don't find myself like really, really cramped in a 10 by 10. I got lots of room for guns, lots of room for ammo, lots of expansion. I've got a couple of desks in here for working on, for cleaning and that kind of thing. I'm really enjoying this size.
Yeah, see, with mine, I feel cramped and I don't have enough room in my mind, but it's set up a little differently than yours. So,
how big's yours? Is it 10 by 10?
I was gonna say it's close to that. It's not 10 by 10, like it's not square. But yeah, I haven't actually measured. I have a measuring tape over there. I could measure it real quick, but
and do good lighting, because it's a pain in the ass looking at gun stuff in like really harsh lighting. So
lighting,
Oh yeah, I mean, I have my lights on my bench that when I'm there I can do, so it's not just this lighting that's in this room.
Yeah, I got like the corner like edge lighting, and then I also got these monsters to flip on if I need to like give myself some task lighting on top of whatever. And then the red and blue just for the sex appeal, right? If you're gonna put the corner lighting in, you might as well do that kind of stuff.
You got me thinking now.
The sexy lighting or the task lighting?
Oh no, I'm good on lighting. Well, I'm not.
Maybe a radio or something to listen to music on, or a computer.
Well, I was gonna say I have the computer, so.
Yeah,
but that's the thing with it being a studio, not just a gun room.
What
so I'm about measuring 9 by 12.
9 by 12. That's decently sized. Yeah, but you
and
have
that's
looks
not
like
including the small closet that's over here.
Yeah, and you've got a rolling tool chest that's taking up some floor space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, I think I've got stuff pretty much all the way around except where the guns are there.
Yeah, but
I've still got like
tool chest is my storage and my gun bench, so it's got gun parts and everything in there, right?
Still got like room for dogs to sleep in here, and
there you go. Takes up space.
Lots of space. Anyways, probably beating this one to death.
Yeah.
And we had an episode on making a gun room.
Yep.
Yeah.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, we did one.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Last comment, and this was on episode 534, buying and selling used guns in Canada, from Bob, saying, fellow Canadian, enjoying your podcast, Kyle. So thank you, Bob. I can't place you to know who you are, but there's a lot of Canadians listening, so thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And yeah, that is it for the YouTube comments for the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
All right. What people bought from our Cabela's link, I didn't pull it. I'll pull it for next week.
Richard's already posted it in the comments, episode 451, making a gun room.
There you go.
There we go. We've already done it. Like the short answer is we've already done an episode on it. we're 500 episodes in. We've covered something at some everything at some point.
Everything's been done. Yeah.
It may need updating at some point.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. The archery, the hunting, bow hunting one.
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion. Really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so for Cabela's, yeah, we have an affiliate link to Cabela's and Brownells on the side of the slamfireradio.com. By
Mhm.
using that, you help support the show, and we'll talk about your anonymous purchases once per month. And we're due for one, and we'll do it soon. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon and Player. If you'd like to help to support us, head on over there and sign up. If you'd like to email the show, send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Any shout outs or recommendations? No?
Minus to everyone who listened tonight. It was cool. And thank you all for all the feedback and support. And
Should we do a survey? Should we do a survey again?
sure.
We did a survey last year.
Sure.
Maybe. I just got the
Probably
one
wouldn't
for
hurt
a
to do a
3-gun
survey.
group. Let's try it. You know,
Yeah.
the things to think about would be, you know, are the sections correct? Is the time correct? Is the format correct? All these other kinds of things, right? What would you like to
Yeah.
see more of? So maybe
What
I'll
would you
dig
like
up
to see
a
less of. Yeah.
Yeah, because our shows are like this one's at an hour and a half, and personally, I listen to podcasts when I drive, and an hour and a half is fine for me because it takes an
Oh, yeah.
hour for me to get to
Yeah.
a range.
Like, especially for work,
Uh,
I've looked for the long podcast for work because I'm driving around all day. So it just means it's
Mhm.
less switching between stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll check with our list. Maybe they work out mostly, and they just need 30 minutes of content. Who knows? We'll find out.
Maybe we need to break it up into 2 different sub episodes or something. Who
Hmm.
knows?
All sorts of ideas.
Maybe they don't want to look at 2 bald guys all the time, and one of us is going to have to get a toupee.
Come on, bald is
No.
beautiful.
One of us will be made redundant. They're gonna pink slip you or I.
Yeah.
Any other shout outs? Recos? Off we go.
You know, recommendation.
Yeah.
Do what we did tonight and set your goals. Shooting, whether it's competition or otherwise, set your goals for the year, and it's kind of like a shooting New Year's resolution.
Good suggestion.
Make them smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound.
Yeah.
All right. Enough business recommendations. Join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Player. Join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Good night, Kelly.